trolls. Like, since you won't know trolls, the narrative was made about something that they can control. Fox News even went as far this whole cover story where they paint him as this innocent man, and there's just nothing but a bunch of crazy conspiracy theories. That makes sense. So I'm gonna hit you with the. People are still talking about it like on Reddit and stuff, but again, people like your mom, your dad, your teacher, your lawyer, whoever are pretty much being told that this is fake, and they move on with their life. And for 1 week, the story completely dies out until 1 week later, when a guy named Ben Swanson, who is a CBS reporter, both you guys know what CBS is, right?
Yep.
So can we agree that CBS isn't Alex Jones? It isn't Reddit. It's a respected news broadcasting station, meaning that if you just happen to turn on CBS right now and CBS said, "Hey, the president will be doing this tomorrow," you'll just take their word for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, I don't know if I believe that." It's CBS, you just take their word for it. They're a respected journalist, okay? So, see, a guy on CBS, his name is Ben Swanson, a very respected journalist for the last 25 years. He was so respected that he even had his own program. If you know anything about journalism, like, you have to make it to a certain point where you get your own program on CBS. Ben Swanson reality check on CBS, on live TV. So remember, this is a week after the media has already told everyone, whether you're a conservative, Fox News told you that this is fake. If you're a liberal, CNN told you that this is just a fake story made up by conspiracy. You need to move on with your life. People have moved on with their life. This guy named Ben Swanson decides that he's just going to do his own story on this, okay? And he does his own little couple-minute segment on live TV about the story. And said, I'm gonna have you watch this news broadcast. Will you do that for me? Because it will give you the proof. You sat here and listened to me talk for 5 to 10 minutes, so you might as well take the proof.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know.
So wait, are you talking about Pizzagate, or what are you talking about?
That's obviously what the party group says. All right, so let me know when you're on YouTube. Net, you can look it up too. Let me know when you're on YouTube. Now again, I'm not having you watch some crazy guy's YouTube video. I'm having you watch a CBS broadcast that was reposted on YouTube. Does that make sense? So you're watching a live news broadcast that just happened to be reposted on YouTube because you're just not going to be able to find it anywhere else.
What's it called?
So wait, let me know when you're both on YouTube and I'll tell you what to look up.
Yep.
You're on YouTube, other guy? Alright, you're going to type, both of you guys are going to type this in the search bar. Ben, EENN, Swanson, SWANSON. Ben Swanson, reality check. So it's going to be Ben Swanson, reality check, Pizzagate. One more time. Ben Swanson, reality check, Pizzagate. And when you search that up, you should see a video in the top 1, 2, or 3 that says CBS News, Ben Swanson does a reality check. Do not click the video. Let me know when you can find it.
It's from CBS.
The video should be titled CBS News, Ben Swanson does reality check. Do not click it. Just let me know when you find it.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I see it.
You found it? Okay, don't click it yet. Wait till you find it. You should be able to find it right away, bro. If you don't see it, you type something in wrong. What did you type in?
Who, me? No,
Yeah.
I typed it. I see it.
Oh, you see it? Oh, we were waiting on you. No one. We didn't.
No, I told you.
Okay, so so before you guys click the video, just a little background, and I'm gonna have you do something. So again, this is to remind you of where we are when you're watching this video. We're a week after that guy went to the pizza place and was quote unquote looking for kids in the basement. So all of the media, all of them have already pretty much.
This says 4 years ago.
And people are yes, this happened in 2016, and people are going on with their lives as normal. Now, this guy who works for CBS does this news report. I want you to keep something in mind when you watch this. Know that this 25-year news vet was let go after doing this story. I just want you to ask yourself something when you watch the story. As rational adults, does it seem like to you this man did or said anything to be biased in any way? Also, So just keep that in mind when you're watching it. Also, I want one of you guys to play it out loud on your phone so I can hear it, because I'm going to have you pause it at a very crucial moment so I can explain something. So will one of you play it through your mic so I can hear it?
Yeah, yes. I was gonna use mine.
Whichever one. Can you do it? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Turn it up, make sure I can hear it. Put it close to your mic.
It became a major story weeks ago when an armed man decided to investigate a DC area pizza place for himself. This man right here, he carried a rifle into a pizza parlor. He fired it at the... Yeah, he's telling you the entire story.
You don't have to put it closer to your mic. I can't hear it.
So what exactly is Pizzagate? Are there any facts to support this story? I've got to warn you, what we're going to talk about tonight will be disturbing to some people, but this is a reality check you won't see anywhere else. Pizzagate actually comes from the WikiLeaks release of hacked emails from Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta. In all, WikiLeaks dumped around 50,000 email messages, and it was from those emails that the claims that John Podesta may be part of a child sex trafficking ring come from. To be clear, not one single email in the Podesta emails discusses child sex trafficking or pedophilia. That is a fact. But there are dozens of what seem to be strangely worded emails dealing with pizza and handkerchiefs. Self-described online investigators say that those words in the emails about pizza and the talk of handkerchiefs is code language used by pedophiles. So how did a DC pizza parlor get pulled into this story? Well, again, read any mainstream report and they indicate that Comet Ping Pong Pizza is somehow linked to this fake story and has no relation to anyone involved. But the truth is, that's not true either. What media is ignoring is that the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place is actually referenced in the Podesta emails at least a dozen or so times, and that the owner of that place, James Alfantis, is a friend of John Podesta. He was actually named, this is kind of strange, by GQ magazine as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington.
Stop the video. Well, you got to stop the video. Listen to me for a second. What did they say the name of the pizza place? What did they say his name was?
I'm bad with names.
Alright, go back. It's very important. Nope, that's the owner of the guy who's got his laptop leaked. Remember, go back 5 seconds. Very important you remember his name. Go back 5 seconds if you have to. They say the owner of the pizza place's name. I need you to both remember his name. Go back if you have to. Find out what his name is. It just said the name of the owner of the pizza.
What media is ignoring is that the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place is actually referenced in the Podesta emails at least a dozen or so times, and that the owner of that place, James Alfantis, is a friend of John Podesta.
Stop the video. What did they say the owner of the pizza place's name was?
John Podesta or something like that.
John Podesta.
John Podesta is the guy who had his computer heat late. I just said that 50 times. I've said that in the story. Who is the owner of the pizza place? It just said his name.
James
Go back.
Alfantis.
That?
What is the owner? What is his name?
James Alfantis?
No, wait, say it again. I'm sorry to drill you on this, but I'm gonna hit you with a bomb at the very end of this.
Bro, I'm so bad with...
You have to understand what his name is. You have to know and understand. Just listen.
And the owner of that place, James Alfantis, is a friend
Alfantis.
of
James Alfantis.
Remember that name, okay? Just remember that name for the future. Don't forget that name. Now, what did he say after that? What did he say
I'm gonna
after
forget that name. That's the thing.
I already forgot it.
Okay, so what did they say? What did he say after he said his name?
Believe me, it's Maui written. I know it's a lot. The
hair
hair, the
bad.
What did they say after they said his name? Press play. They say something very important after this thing.
He was actually named, this is kind of strange, by GQ magazine as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington.
Stop the video. So what did they claim about this man? What is the claim he's saying about the man?
I might have lung cancer. Or just corona, probably. He's probably one of the top 50 most powerful
No,
people
it
in
said
DC,
his
right?
GQ named him. So GQ named him one.
Prime.
Let's make this. Let's make sure we know this right. John Podesta is the guy who had his laptop leaked. James Podesta is the owner of the pizza place. They are separate people. You cannot combine these people, okay? If you do that, you'll get very lost here. Do not combine these people. They're very separate people.
Yeah.
He is saying what this guy is telling you, the CBS guy is telling you, is that this pizza owner is among the 50th most important people in DC. Now, you're saying if you don't have a brain, that's going to go over your head. But if you understand what he's saying, he's literally telling you that this pizza place owner is among one of the 50 most important people and one of the most important places in the world. Let me ask you a question. I'm assuming that both of you don't know a lot about politics, but let me ask you a question. Does it make sense to you that a pizza place owner, is among one of the most 50 influential people in DC? Does that make sense to you?
I suppose. Why wouldn't it?
It makes sense to you that a pizza place owner is one of the most 50 influential people in Washington, D.C., a place known for power. That makes sense to you. Explain to me how that makes sense to you.
I mean,
In what world is a pizza place owner more important than politicians, senators, world leaders? Please explain. Go ahead.
I mean, I already know someone that's somewhat like that. Mr. Beast on YouTube. He's like one of the most influential people of America too, just with the money he has.
And what does Mr. Beast do?
And all he does is just YouTube.
So what is
he
the
has like a
difference?
small food chain.
Stop. You're comparing a famous YouTuber with a food chain to a pizza.
Yeah, but that's also the same situation. That's why I'm not making it. That's why I'm thinking that it's not far off. A pizza owner could be successful.
You're going too far-fetched. You're going too far-fetched. You just said that Mr.
I'm just thinking logically.
Listen. I know logically. You just said this. You just said Mr. Beast is a YouTuber with a pizza chain. I'm telling you that, dude, James Alefantis is not. Comet Ping Pong is not a chain. It's a single restaurant that only exists in DC. It's only one of them. He also is not a YouTuber. He's not an influencer. He's a guy that owns a pizza place. It's literally the same equivalent of your local pizza shop down the street. I know in your head you're trying to rationalize it. So, oh, Mr. Beast, but he's famous on YouTube and he has a famous burger chain. That is not even comparable to a guy. That's not even comparable to a guy who owns one single restaurant in the middle of DC who's not a YouTuber. It's crazy that you're literally comparing one of the most famous, two different totally things. Mr. Beast is influential because he has a YouTube channel, not because he owns a burger restaurant. The YouTube channel allowed him to build influence to make the burger restaurant. So can we agree here that your logic isn't valid here? So I'm asking you. So I'm asking you one more time. Does it make sense that it?
Oh yeah, that's what I found out.
Now let's talk facts here. There is no solid evidence that Comet Ping Pong Pizza is being used to run a child sex trafficking ring. But there are strange connections between Comet Ping Pong Pizza and a second pizza place 2 doors over, and the accusations of pedophilia. Now this is where things start to get strange when you research this story. Now to begin, I need to show you a 2007 unclassified FBI document. That document, according to the FBI, contains commonly used symbols by pedophiles to express their preference in children. I want you to see these images here. These are put on the end, the triangle. That image signifies something called boy love. The pizza place next door to Comet Ping Pong Pizza, Besta Pizza, well, this was their logo until only a few weeks ago. Clearly, you can see that the Besta logo actually contains the same image, I'm going to show you again, as that boy lover image. Interestingly, after Pizzagate investigators pointed this out, Besta Pizza changed their logo, and there it is now. They removed the triangle. Also, Comet Ping Pong, owned by Alfantis, is the place where a number of performance artists perform regularly. 2 of the groups that perform there, who you can see advertised, by the way, on this Comet Ping Pong
like I told you,
include a group called Heavy Breathing and another group called Sex Stains. Well, if you check out the YouTube videos by these bands, Heavy Breathing has songs that do joke about pedophilia, and the band Sex Stains has a video that includes, and you see it right there, That same boy lover symbol.
You see
it's
it?
nearly
No, you see
identical
it?
to the one that the FBI does say is a pedophile code symbol for boy love. As I said, there are some strange things there. As for the owner of the pizza place, James Alfantis, well, he
Don't
was
forget
one
the
time in a
name.
relationship with David Brock, who ran Media
Don't forget
Matters
it.
for America. Well, since Pizzagate began to blow up online, he has made his Instagram profile, Jimmy Comet, private. But an archive search of Instagram reveals a number of strange photographs and words with strange and disturbing images associated with them. Look, to the point where we can't show you those pictures. We're not even going to describe them to you because some viewers would find it too disturbing to share on TV. Now let's talk about the Podesta brothers, because remember, it was John Podesta's email that was hacked. In those leaked Podesta emails, John Podesta talks about his close relationship with Dennis Hastert, the former Speaker of the House, who was recently sentenced to 15 months in prison for abusing boys years ago. He was referred to by the judge as a serial child molester. According to the Washington Post, visitors to Tony Podesta's home in Falls Church got an eyeful when they walked into a bedroom at the Podesta residence hung with multiple color pictures by Katie Grannon, a photographer known for documentary-style pictures of naked teenagers in their parents' suburban homes. And to be clear, that just begins to scratch the surface of how strange some of this stuff is. And bear in mind, we can't get into a lot of the real details of it because of the limits on
Stop the video.
broadcasting
Stop the
this on
video.
television.
Stop the video. Stop the video. Stop the video. Both of y'all listen to me for a second. Y'all listen to me for 1 second. So remember, okay, so you've been trying your best to be logical. You've been trying your best to find the opposite end of this and everything, and that's fine, bro. I actually, bro, I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you trying to hold me accountable at every step, no matter what. Okay, so let's do this, man. Come on. So this is the important part. Let's say that everything that he just discussed is true, okay? I say that these code words do mean what they say. I say the symbols do mean what they say. Can we agree, Matt, that even if all this is true, at the end of the day, these are all still just accusations, correct? None of this at the end of the day means someone needs to be locked in a jail. None of this at the end of the day means someone needs to be shot in the head. These are all just accusations that need to be investigated, correct? Would you agree with that? Nothing that you saw here was 1,000% proof that someone needs to be locked up with a key, okay? Remember, so remember that. Now, what he's about to say here is the most important part, because if you are a rational human being, if you're going to agree with anything, you're going to agree with what he's about to say right here. Play the video.
Okay.
Pay attention. Play the video.
Very strange stuff. Now, keep in mind, again, there is no proof here that there is a child sex ring being operated out of a D.C. pizza parlor. Investigators have already proven there's nothing to the story, right? Well, actually, no. And that's what you need to know. For all that is here, there has not been one single public investigation of any of this. Not from local police, not from the FBI, no one. And that has to be the big question. Not for Podesta or for pizza parlor owners, but for law enforcement. Based on what may be or may not be here, the big question is, why hasn't any investigation taken place? That's Reality Check. Let's talk about it on Twitter.
Now, before you can react, don't react yet. Or send that, don't react yet. What was I telling y'all to do throughout the entire video? I told you to remember
Listen.
something. No, I told you to remember something. What was his name?
I forgot.
What was his name? Does
Big
anybody remember his
question.
name?
Do you remember his name?
I remember his name, but here's the point.
Nope.
At no point in here, I can't tell you anything. So this is what I'm about to do. I'm about to drop a bomb on you about his name. But if for any reason you think I'm lying or making up the name, you guys need to do whatever you can to confirm with yourself that is his man's name. So the man, again, in the news report, the guy said multiple times that his name was James Alfantis. I need you both to do whatever you can on your own to be confident that this is his name. Because I'm going to drop a bomb on you, and I've done this to people before, and if they weren't confident about it, they'll go, well, how do I know you're not making up his name? Well, that guy didn't make up his name. So I need you both to do whatever you got to do. Google his name, look up the GQ magazine, type in GQ magazine, James Alfantis, go to the Comet Ping Pong website, do whatever you can to confirm with yourself that you will 100% agree with me that that's this man's name. And when you're both there, logical, when you both can agree with me that that's his name, let me know and we'll move on.
Nah, I trust you.
So Pizzagate is a illegal
Let me know and we'll move on. Let me know when we'll move on.
child
Let me know when you
thing?
get there.
What?
Then let me know when you agree with me that that's this man's name.
Yeah, sure.
So you have no doubt in your head. So when I drop this bomb on you, you're not gonna hit me with a, oh, well, how do I know that's his name? Because I just gave you guys both the chance to go do your own research. Fox News will
Yeah.
tell you that's his name. CNN will tell you that's his name. He'll even say it in interviews that that's his name. Go to their webpage. That's his name. So we agree there, right?
Yeah.
Both guys do me a favor. Go to Google Translator. Let me know when you're there.
Google Translate.
Yeah, let me know when you're there.
Now we know we're on some serious shit. Okay, what's the languages?
Now, when you both get there, set your translator from French to English. Meaning you're going to be typing something in French and it's going to come out in English.
Okay, what am I typing?
You
What
go
was
for
this?
since you have it.
What am I typing?
Wait for Sin. So I don't want to have to repeat it. Sin, you there?
Huh?
I said, are you there? Are you
Yeah.
on Google Translator?
Uh-huh.
Have you changed your settings from French to English? That means you're going to be typing something in French and it's not in English?
Yes.
Okay, so alright, so I'm gonna give you a little bit, another kind of background context. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off I'm gonna finish off the background. So again, remember I told you that all the media does their own story, calling it all fake, and then you just watch the news report of what that guy did a week later. He gets fired. That thing only gets shown on air one time, live on one time, and then they pull it. And what it does is it kind of re-sparks up the conspiracy. It kind of like gets more people into it. And there was a guy who had previously never heard about any of this. He had only heard about it when he saw the CBS report on live TV because he was one of those normal people that just never got on those websites. He commented that he noticed that Alephantis is a French name, is a French word, but everybody knows that he himself, James, is not French. He's not. He's Jewish. His family's from Israel. So then the instant question became, okay, this dude changed his name at some point. This dude had to change his name at some point, and so everyone started going, okay, what was his name before? Like, what was his previous name? And then when people couldn't find that out, people then started to find out what the name of his name means. So what I'm gonna have you guys do is, I'm gonna have you guys type in the French spelling of his name, and if you are any doubt of any of the spelling, go and check on your own, okay?